Hey guys, what's up? This is Sasha for President back with another video. Today we are talking Mrs. Petty versus Mrs. Carter. That's right, the top dogs, two of the three biggest females in global urban music, Beyonce and Nicki Minaj. Recently, both ladies were trending due to their major collaborations that dropped around the same time. Beyonce teamed up with Meg Thee Stallion for the Savage remix, and Nicki did the Say So remix for Doja Cat. First, let me just say that this is a very big moment for all four of them to be trending, and it's over unifying in music. Not to mention Beyonce and Meg with the whole Houston connection. I'm sure people in their state are very excited about this collab. Now, I personally believe that it was no coincidence that both songs dropped at the same time, but we'll get into that later. Now, because of these collabs, and especially with Nicki's name being in it, people want to try to find some way to say that she's taking shots at someone. I noticed that this happens every single time Nicki Minaj puts out a song, whether it's her own song or she is featured on somebody else's song. She is always the butt of all of these rumors where people say she's taking shots at someone. And honestly, in my opinion, it's getting really tired. Now, the Say So remix, it leaked, and Nicki came out to say that that was not the completed song and to wait for the real one. Fans were confused, but they were streaming it anyway. And then the blog started nitpicking at the lyrics. So it was all over the blogs as if it was confirmed news that Nicki Minaj was taking shots at Wendy Williams. There's a line that says, "Real couldn't keep your man at home. Now you're looking silly." That's word to silicone, which is a play on the word silicone, referencing her artificial butt enhancements. So because of their ongoing feud, and because people love to drag Wendy about her flat rear end and her plumped up boobs, saying that she looks like the capital P, they assumed, well, Wendy has a flat butt and her husband cheated on her, she couldn't keep him at home, so this must be about Wendy. Nicki then took to her Instagram stories to debunk all of this and specifically said that it is not about Wendy. But once Nicki did that, then it left people wondering, well, if this isn't about Wendy, then who is it about then? So then they started grasping at straws, praying for Nicki to have a beef with someone. Cardi B's Barty gang then started tweeting up a storm and posting all over the comment section of different blogs saying that Nicki Minaj is talking about Beyonce and that Beyonce hates Nicki Minaj, etc. The Barbs tried to shut this rumor down, but then YouTubers started making videos running with the story. Now, the claim is that Nicki is dissing Beyonce because in the Savage remix, Beyonce starts off by saying, "Queen B, who wants smoke with me?" Then Beyonce goes on to say, "If you want to see some real here's your chance, and Ivy Park on my frame. If you don't jump to put your jeans on, then you feel my pain." So it's mainly the line about the real derriere and being able to jump in your jeans that people think Beyonce was shading Nicki Minaj. This is what inspired Nicki Minaj to make the real couldn't keep your man at home line. I'm sitting back and I'm looking at this like people are absolutely nuts. First of all, although Meek Mill is over there talking a bunch of nonsense at Roc Nation, Jay-Z and Beyonce both repeatedly throw out hints every now and then that they are still cool with Nicki. 2 years ago, when Cardi B was allegedly supposed to be doing a track with Beyonce, the Carters used Nicki's mugshot as the backdrop on their On the Run 2 tour. Months and months later, after the whole Fashion Week fiasco between Cardi and Nicki, Cardi reposted a clip of the On the Run tour that showed DJ Khaled playing her song during the break. Beyonce then posted Nicki's mugshot on her website immediately after that. So this made the top news, and everybody was saying Beyonce, this was a declaration from her, and it was showing that she was picking a side, and obviously it was Nicki Minaj whose side that she was picking. Nicki Minaj has also come out and spoke about how Jay-Z still mentors her and how he was in the studio with her and very instrumental in the final version of her last album, Queen. But the real kicker is that just before these songs were released, on April 11th, fans were going crazy because Jay-Z, who is rarely visible on social media, he liked a tweet from Doja Cat, who reposted fan art from a popular artist Felix Dragon that showed a Rolling Stone magazine that said the female rappers and had Doja, Nicki, and Meg Thee Stallion together on it. The Neighborhood Talk 2 even screenshot this and posted it on their Instagram blog, which made fans go really crazy wondering if there was a collab coming, since Jay-Z, who doesn't even like anything, basically gave it a cosign. Then 11 days later, on April 22nd, Doja went live and hinted about how excited she was for a collaboration that she has and how big it was, but she couldn't tell anybody who it was with. And now we see that the collaboration was in fact with Nicki Minaj as previously hinted, which let me know that this was all planned, and their drop at the same time was not a coincidence. This was a moment for them all to do this together. There is no beef. Today, Nicki Minaj took to her Twitter to do a Q&A with her fans. In it, a fan asked, how do you feel about two female rap songs being on the top of the Billboard charts next week? Nicki responded by saying, man, I can't believe I'm lucky enough to be a part of this kind of history. I love all the girls involved. It just feels like an epic moment to witness and be a part of at the same time. Also, Meg Thee Stallion showed love to a beautiful mix that Beyonce's artist Chloe and Halle did on their Instagram, where they harmonized both songs together and included Nicki's Yikes in the ending. So do you honestly think that if Nicki was taking shots at Beyonce, that Beyonce's artist would be on Instagram showing her love? Do you think that Meg Thee Stallion, who just collabed with Beyonce and is now Jay-Z's artist with Roc Nation, would then co-sign a song that fuses her song with Nicki's song? It doesn't make any sense. Just like the lyrics don't make any sense, because Beyonce clearly was rapping as if she was talking to a guy, just like Meg Thee Stallion was. And then she mentioned how her clothing line, Ivy Park, fits over her curve. That was the whole part about the jeans fitting over your butt. There was no shots at Nicki. Therefore, Nicki was not taking any shots at Beyonce either. What if the lyrics were just lyrics? Has anyone ever thought about that? Plus, Nicki is still partnered with Tidal, Jay-Z and Beyonce's company, and they still promote her. But at this point, Nicki Minaj is really damned if she does and damned if she doesn't, honestly. When she doesn't collaborate with female rappers, it's a problem. Then every single time she does collaborate with them, it's still a problem. I would rather people just be honest and say that they hate Nicki Minaj rather than keep perpetuating baseless lies that are repeatedly debunked. Personally, if I kept posting lies and people kept proving me wrong, I would feel crazy at some point and just shut up. But that's just me. And what's even more crazy is that everybody acknowledges that the Savage remix came out first, and they acknowledge that the line in there, by their own guesstimation, if there was a beef, the line came from Beyonce first. So then if Nicki responds in the Say So remix, what's wrong with that? Why are all the headlines saying Nicki is taking shots at Beyonce if y'all theory is that Nicki is responding to something Beyonce said in a song first? I have not seen one post that said Beyonce took shots at Nicki. So why is all the heat on Nicki? It doesn't make any sense. And then I heard somebody say if Nicki really did take these shots, then that would be career suicide. How dare she talk about Beyonce? But yet in the same breath you acknowledge that Beyonce could have possibly did this first. Beyonce is allowed to say something and no one is allowed to say anything back. Beyonce is a human being just like everybody else. Neither one of them are more special than the other. So I don't get that, putting a person on a pedestal. If Beyonce is talking about me and I decide to say something back, then guess what? I'm saying something back. All the headlines said Nicki is starting drama with Beyonce. Nicki is dissing Beyonce. Nicki is taking shots at Beyonce. I don't understand the narrative, but that's neither here nor there, because neither one of them were taking shots at each other anyway. People always talking about female unity, but then when females unite, y'all still mad. And now I understand why Nicki says she doesn't want to collaborate with anybody anymore, because it's always a problem. And this is also why Beyonce doesn't really like to collaborate with anybody. I saw a couple of you asking me to talk about how I felt about both songs, what were my thoughts. neither one of them moved me to heart eyes or anything. Many people, including myself, were sick and tired of the Savage Challenge and were just complaining about the song the day before. But when people saw Beyonce was on it, suddenly they loved it. I don't understand that. I'm still sick and tired of Savage. Nothing changed because Beyonce was on it. I think Beyonce doing her rap thing was okay, but I'm still over the song. The Say So remix was like yikes to me. I can tell the parts where they threw it together like it was rushed. The first verse came on awkwardly and it didn't really flow with the existing beat. It's like Nicki rapped over one beat and then they just put it on top of Doja's original beat, which didn't make any sense. It didn't flow right. But once they got past that first verse, the song got better and better. That's the part of it that I like. The whole poppy sing-songiness of Say So in a remix made me like that over the Savage remix. I can actually hear Say So being on my playlist a year from now. Like, I won't easily be so sick of it. I don't know, but like I said, neither one of them moved me that much, but I still support both of them because this is a huge moment, not just for rap or female rap, but for females in the industry, period. We haven't had any real collaboration like that since Nicki collaborated with Jessie J and Ariana Grande. That was the last big moment. So for this to be a moment, I respect the idea of it and I support that. What collabs would you like to see outside of these two? People are saying, well, since they did this, well, now Cardi and Rihanna need to collab. I personally don't think so, but I wouldn't be surprised if it actually happens. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.